So welcome everyone to today's video, which is suitable for everybody, regardless of experience, whether you are a regular yogi or whether you have never done yoga before. I'm calling this session Yoga for Rigormortis. So there's a little bit of humour involved. It's for those of you who would consider yourself morbidly inflexible. So the idea is just to play and have fun and to move the body, because this is where practice starts. We're just going to start top to toe, warming up through the joints, doing a couple of side stretches and some 1 or 2 balancing postures. I have a chair. You don't even need a mat for this, but I do have a chair, and I would encourage you, if you know that your balance is wobbly, just to have one there. You can also use the wall, of course. So just find a nice comfortable standing posture, and if you're unable to stand, there are many of these things that you can do in a chair. So taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. We're going to exhale as though we're blowing out our birthday candles. Inhaling nice and deeply through the nose. And exhaling, blowing out those candles. Once more, really filling up the lungs as we breathe in. And nice and slowly breathing out. And just noticing how the body responds to a deeper breath. If you can, breathe in and out through the nose for the rest of the practice. And we're going to bring our awareness first to the very tip of the nose and start to swirl the nose. And if you're gazing at the tip of the nose as I am, maybe you go a little bit cross-eyed. And if it's easier to relax the muscles around the eyes and let them close, then do that. Let the jaw be soft. And feel into that space where the base of the skull meets the top of the spine. We're going to take those circles back the other way. And visualizing the tip of the nose, blinking the eyes open, let the head be still. Taking the chin to the chest, stretching the back of the neck. And then bringing the head to center. Gazing to the crease between the wall and the ceiling, lifting the head just as much as feels comfortable. And bringing the head back to center. Taking the chin to the chest. And back to center. Lifting the gaze. And back to center. Once more, making this movement nice and smooth, chin to chest. And lifting the gaze. Bring the head back. Taking a peeky over your right shoulder, to center, over to the left, and to center. A couple of times each way. Last one to the right. Again, you can gaze to the tip of the nose or close to the eyes, taking the head to the left and back to center. I'm going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. I'm going to take the chin down to the chest and the left ear over to the left shoulder. Taking the chin down to the chest. And the right ear over to the right shoulder, feeling all the way down the back of the neck and into the upper back and shoulders here as you let the head roll. If you're standing, then soften your knee. Once more, bringing the chin to the chest and the head to center. Nice, take a breath. going to do a little bit of work for the shoulders. So breathing in, spiraling the palms forward, and breathing out, rolling the shoulders in and spiraling the palms behind. Breathing in, opening across the chest, spiraling the shoulders and the palms forward. Breathing out, rolling the shoulders in, turning the palms behind you. Now as you do this, I'd like you to imagine that you are carrying really heavy shopping bags. So almost as though the arms are pulling towards the floor and you have to lift the upper arm bones into the shoulder socket. And feeling that corkscrew action as you spiral in and spiral out. Let's do one more, spiraling in and spiraling out. Relaxing the shoulders, releasing your shopping. Letting the palms just turn into the side. We're going to pull the shoulders up to the ears. I'm going to take the upper arm bones back and squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then we're going to rake the shoulder blades down the spine. And then let the shoulders round and come forward. Pulling them up to the ears. That's elevation. Squeezing the shoulder blades together on the back. That's retraction. Raking them down the spine. Depression. And letting the shoulders roll forward. Protraction. Pulling them up. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Pulling them down into your back pockets. And letting them roll forward. And then we're going to take that movement back the other way, so squeezing the shoulder blades together, drawing them up towards your ears, letting them roll forward, and then drawing them down, squeezing the shoulder blades together, pulling the shoulders up towards the ears, letting them roll forward, and sliding them down. Do one more. Lovely, softening through the knees again. Making sure you've got a little bit of space behind you. We're going to just start to swing the arms. And if you can, clap in the front. And if you can, clap in the back. So bringing some circulation through the body now as we're warming up. I'm going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Just shaking out the arms. Working the elbows. We're going to tap the shoulders and then extend. I told you anybody can do this. Tapping and extending. And again, making sure that you have a little bit of space, side to side. We're going to circle the elbows. Lovely. And back the other way. Oh, clicky shoulders. And you might find that you've got some crunching and some grinding. And back the other way again. Nice, shake out the wrists. Palms up to the ceiling. Clicky wrists. Palms down to the floor. Circling the wrists. And the other way. And then we're going to reach the arms out nice and wide to the side. Spread the fingers and cross your thumbs over your palms. Curling your fingers in, give your thumbs a squeeze. And then I want you to imagine that you have a pitcher of water, that's a jug of water in each hand, and you're going to pour out to the sides. Now if you're like me and you do a lot of texting or spend a lot of time on your phone, you're going to feel this across the thumb, into the wrist, There we go, let's roll the wrists out. 3, 2, 1, and roll the wrists in. 3, 2, 1. Releasing, wiggling the fingers, bringing the hands together. Notice which thumb you have crossed on top. Interlacing the fingers then, we're going to draw little snaky figures of 8. And this is where the real clicking happens. Without thinking, can you change the direction of your figures of 8? Little bit of brain gym. There's more brain gym to come. And then extending the fingers, crossing the other thumb on top, drawing your figures of 8. Noticing which is your dominant hand, which one is leading, which one is following. And then change. So my right hand does the leading, it's not very good at following. And release, shake it out. Shaking the arms. More brain gym, I promised. So we're going to roll one shoulder back and just keep it going. And then we're going to roll the other shoulder forward. And keep it going. It might take you a moment. You might have to think about it. Rolling one shoulder back and then the other shoulder back isn't the same. Just pause. And then roll the other shoulder back. And then the other one forward. And remember, it's meant to be fun. So don't get cross at your body if it's not something that comes automatically. These things take practice. And release. Take a moment now just to close the eyes and take a nice full breath. And feel into that sense of aliveness now in the upper back and the chest. Radiating down the arms, into the hands. Maybe you notice some tingling in the hands. Opening the eyes, let's keep moving. We're going to bring the hands into fists just in front of the rib cage. We're going to do some thoracic twists. So soften the knees and keep your hips pointing forward here as we're going to just twist the upper body from side to side. And as you do, allow the fists to float up in line with the chest, moving up towards the chin. Maybe coming in line with the nose, and then working their way back down. Again, keeping the hips forward, the knees forward, calming back up. This is one of my favourite ones to do. I've been sat for a particularly long time. All the way down in front of the lower ribs. And then back up. And down. Close the eyes if you find yourself getting a bit dizzy. And pause, release the hands. Closing the eyes. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Lovely. We'll start with the feet still bent. Feet still bent, feet apart, knees bent, bringing the hands onto the hips. And we're going to do some sexy little hip circles. And if you're all stuck at home, do this one because it feels good to do, and two, for the amusement of whoever you are stuck at home with. So make it as ridiculous and as fun and as silly as possible, and if you let out some wind, then that just adds to the occasion. Let's take it back the other way. I give permission for people to break wind at the beginning of every class, and I'm pretty sure it's usually only me that does it. But there we go, I like to make people feel at ease, so my permission is there. Also, don't try and do a whole hour's yoga and holding on to a fart, it's really not fun. There we go, so I've changed directions a couple of times. And coming back up. Now we're going to bring the feet together, bring the hands to the knees, and we're just going to bend and straighten the knees. Again, feeling into any clicks and cracks you might have going on. Keeping all 10 toes on the floor, then we're going to start to circle the knees. Start small. Oh, there we go. Click, click, click. And back the other way. Once more. And coming up to standing. This is where you might want your chair for balance. I'm going to stand on the left leg and extend the right. And just pointing and flexing the right ankle. It's a little bit like the okey dokey. Put your right foot in. Rolling the right ankle out. Or the right ankle in. And then let's swap sides, so stepping the right foot down, extend the left leg, and just pointing and flexing. Rolling the left ankle in. And the left ankle out. Nice, bringing the left foot down. You might turn to face your chair here. Standing up nice and tall, eyes towards the ceiling. You're going to lift onto tippy toes and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. And as you come to the top of the lift, can you almost squeeze your heel into the back of your leg? And lower. And lift. Can we take one arm up and lower, take the other arm up and lower. Bonus points for letting go of your chair, maybe bringing the hands to the heart and lower the heels, lovely. Facing front, we're going to stand on the left leg and lift the right knee. Turning it out to the side, we're going to start to circle the right knee. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, just one more. And then you're going to turn the right knee out to the side, and if you can, plug the foot to the inside of the thigh. If the foot doesn't come all the way onto the thigh, you can place it onto the calf. Just please don't place it onto the knee joint. Balancing using your chair. Maybe bringing the hands into Namaste position for Vrikshasana, tree posture. Take a breath. Remembering you can always just take hold of your chair again. And sliding that right foot to the floor. The left knee lifts, making sure you've got enough space between you and your chair. Taking that hip out to the side. Are you counting 5? Let's do one more. Plugging that foot to the inside of the thigh. Hike it up there if you need to, it's all good. It's just yoga, don't take it seriously. Nice, take a breath. And can you squeeze the heel of the left foot into the right thigh? Ooh, wobble, let's bring the hands together. Smile. Breathe. Remembering that your chair is just there. Nice. Step the left foot to the floor. Take a little plie. Shake out the legs. And then we're going to do a standing twist, which you may or may not need the chair for. It's worth having the seat handy if you know that you're not particularly great at balancing. And in that case, I would turn towards the chair. We're going to take this right leg again, bring it in front. And then this time, rather than take the hip out, we're going to take it back and round. So bringing it in this time. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. And this time, as you bring this last one round, bring your foot onto your chair. If you want to practice balancing, just holding the leg there, you can. We're going to bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee and the right hand to the small of the back as we twist. Taking a breath. Looking over the left shoulder. Taking your chair, stepping the right foot down, right hand to right hip, and here we go, lifting the left knee and then taking it back, out and round for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, bringing that left foot onto the chair, taking that right hand across to the outside of the knee and the left hand to the small of the back as we twist round. Take a couple of breaths. Looking over your right shoulder, come to center, releasing the right foot to the floor. And I'm going to stay stood sideways onto you. We're going to reach the right arm up and pull those right fingertips up towards the ceiling, not to worry if the shoulder rises towards the ear. We're going to kick the hips to the right side and lean to the left. And this left hand, again, you might imagine you've got that heavy bag of shopping, reaching the left fingertips towards the knee, breathing in. And coming back up to center. Reaching the left arm up. Pulling the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Maybe that left shoulder comes with it. Kicking the hips to the left side, leaning to the right. And releasing those right fingers down towards the outside of the knee, firming up the muscles of the legs. Breathing in. And coming back to center. Can we interlace the hands, press the palms forward, and then taking them up past the head, pressing the ceiling away, take a breath. Kicking the hips to the right, over we go to the left side, and to center. And kicking the hips to the left, let's go over to the right. And to center, releasing, take a nice big loop of the shoulders. And we're going to finish with a modified downward dog posture. So bringing your hands flat onto the seat of your chair, walking your feet back and just bow your head and your chest through between your upper arms here. Closing the eyes. You might softly bend the backs of the knees. Find what feels good as you take a few easy breaths. Pressing your hands firmly into the seat, looking straight ahead, walk your feet into the chair. Come back up to standing, give your shoulders a nice roll. Standing tall. Just bringing the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale as though you're blowing out all your birthday candles. Om Shanti, Shanti peace, Namaste. Have a great day, everyone. Big love.